Hey YouTube, Electric Adventures here with a special package from all the way from the UK from Dave Webster, a fellow YouTuber, also a fellow shoot 'em up fanatic, and also a programmer as well. I've been dabbling in developing a, sorry, Fluffy's looking out of the package when I cut into it then, a 3D engine for the Dreamcast, which has been very interesting to follow along with. Okay, get into the package proper, try not to make sure I can't do anything else. Weird packing material. Okay, we have a big note. Okay, he's got his own little card there. I'm not going to show you that because it's got his address on it. Okay, I shall attempt to read the note without my glasses. Hi Tony, the note. I hope that you and your family are having a great Christmas and are enjoying the sun. And, well, as you can see, it is, I seem to record these videos at 6 PM. It's 6:08 PM. No sign of the sun getting less at the moment. It's actually been a rather lovely day. There are a few games in the package that I hope you will enjoy. Now, I'll put this into context. Dave messaged me before Christmas and said, I've got a spare game for system. Would you like it? And I said, yeah, that's cool. And I arranged that. Well, I'm going to do a. I've got a table full of duplicates and bits and pieces over here, and I'm going to do some more cleaning up when I stop, mucking around, going in the sun, and taking my kids everywhere. And I said, you can have anything from there. And he sent me a few other things. So there are a few games in the package that I hope you'll enjoy. I've had such and such game sat on the shelf after finding it at a charity shop a few years back, but I never got around to attaining the console. I hope it'll get a chance to be played now. There are a few duplicate Super Famicom games. The system's going to be a giveaway from my collection in there, so I hope that you don't already have these. Some have some kanji text. That's what comes with collecting the Japanese titles. Is the caveat you have. You always manage to work around well from what I've seen in your videos. All the best for 2015, Dave. Okay, let's see what Dave has sent me. As I said, there's more than a couple of things in here. We'll get around this packing material. So it looks like I'm going to have to do some more cleaning up after this. Very dense packing material, and it's now quite literally all over me. Okay, well, first one out is a Super Famicom title that I definitely don't have. I've actually seen some gameplays of this series of games recently, and the Famicom and SNES versions are supposed to be pretty good. And it's Street Fighter 2. Pretty much standard. You're going to get these things with yellow backs. So Dave's been buying, loose lots of Famicom cartridges. The best way to get, build up a few games that you want to get, but you do end up getting duplicates, which is why I've got a duplicate table as well. Now, next title. Aha. Okay. I've worked that out, and only because there's English writing on the top, and it took me. The characters, why didn't the characters should have jigged? Because I actually used to collect this comic, and it's actually Ranma and a half. There are several games in this series. I don't know how many came out for the Super Famicom, so I don't know. There's no 1 or 2 or anything like that, so might be the first one in the series. Next, sorry, shake a few more of that dust stuff off. It's better on the floor. I'll be able to vacuum it up there. Right. Right. I'm going to have to work this title out when we plug it in, but it does look shoot 'em up orientated, which is always nice. There's the title there, but it's something EX. Come into focus. Sorry, it's really, really bright in here, so the camera will be competing. Not often people complain of too much light. I'm not familiar with those graphics, but that looks interesting, so looking forward to trying that one. And next, right, this one rings a bell for us. Oh, it's a Hudson Soft one, so that makes you know, they're good, very good. A lot of good titles from Hudson Soft, and an early supporter of the MSX. So lots of Hudson Soft games on MSX, and it is Earthlight. So not familiar with the game title other than that. Interesting character. So Tick Space War game. Could be a strategy war game. Once again, sometimes a bit kanji text heavy, but you can work them out. And here we go with the item that was the main thing that Dave was talking about, and it's for the 3DO. So Dave hasn't managed to get himself a working 3DO as yet. So he's had this game for a while, picked it up in a car boot, and this is probably a good one to get a you know, a PAL version of, because you know, it probably wouldn't be as much, anywhere near as much fun in having the Japanese version. And it's a game I haven't played at all, and it is Wing Commander 3: Heart of the Tiger. So you've got a good old Mark Hamill there. Someone was Luke from Star Wars. Oh, it's got a reflective front, so we're not getting total focus there. You can see some other well-known actors there. Is that Brian Blessed? I could be on the left, and I just can't quite remember his name, but he's also in Star Trek Generations down there. So hopefully I've got my names right on those. But I've actually always wanted to play this game. I never played this one on the PC either, so it'll be interesting to see what the 3DO version's like. So it's multi-disc too. This is the very first 3DO title that has more than one disc. So we've got we've got a little thing in here on using joysticks versus control pads. So obviously maybe there's a joystick add-on you can get for this too. We have the play guide. I'm not going to leaf through that because it's fairly thick. And we have, sorry, balancing here. No, can't get that out without tipping. Just hold the disc. We have a like a ship guide. Oh, and there we go, exclusive range of 3DO accessories. Which I like looking at. And there's a second disc. So sorry, I haven't actually shown the disc case. So it's a dual disc case. So we've got one disc there. And the discs have got pictures on the front of them, which is good. And you've actually got disc 3 there. So we may be missing disc 2 potentially. Or is it hiding somewhere else? Ah. Oops. Please lift for next CD. There it is. Okay, so we've got disc 2 there, disc 1 there. It's got a couple of broken nubs, that's why I'm being really careful. Now let's have a look at this accessories. Okay, we're going through games. Of course, Road Rash. I still don't actually have Road Rash for the 3DO yet. Shockwave, I'm sure I've got that. Twisted. Sorry, I'm flipping through this and not showing you. I'm interested in the accessories. Well, at least, well, there we go. We've got Super Wing Commander there. Syndicate. Be another one to get the English version of. Immercenary. I haven't heard of that one. 3D Atlas. Wing Commander 3. Star Wars Rebel Assault. I actually do have that one. And Escape from Monster Manor. So a few titles I didn't know about for the good old 3DO. Well, Dave, thank you very much for these titles. So I suppose we better break out the Super Famicom and the 3DO. I haven't done a 3DO gameplay for ages, and give these games a try. So here we go, a little intro of Earthlight. Now, this one is bound to be reasonably kanji heavy. And I'm thinking maybe a strategic game. So let's get straight into it. Select menu, please. Oh, well, there we go. Look, that's pretty English to me. place names are in English. Just try and press button presses there. So it goes into a system using the A button to progress here. Okay, so that came in and attacked. Right, now I get my own turn. So it came in and got those defences to start with there. So I take it I have to... Yeah, first one would be logical to move. Oh, that's attack. Okay. So it's just letting us know about the character, I think. Some text there. The end. I wonder what that one does. That's what I mean. You've just got to experiment and you know, see what the various things do. So that was move. So move another piece up there. We are sort of doing that. I reckon I'll try that. There we go. Oh, that's probably end to turn. So that's all the pieces I'm going to do now, isn't it? Okay, so let's see what happens. Sometimes watching what the other player does. Okay, and then the pieces fight off against each other, and depending on the their experience and hit points, all depends on who wins that particular battle. So he killed a couple of my guys, so I've got 2 and he's got 8, and you choose the various attack formations. Yeah, and they've defeated my guys, so that piece has been overrun. And it's got very colourful graphics, so and these strategic games can be a lot of fun. You just need to work out what the particular parts of the symbol are, and of course what the strength and weaknesses of your pieces are. About an even match off that time. I'll just do one more turn and I'll try and put some more pieces into some attacking places. Go straight into attack. You don't seem to have a lot you can do in that particular part of the game. It's all pretty automatic. Here we go with the Ranma and a half game, which I thought was probably going to be the hardest one to figure out and get going because of kanji text, but after firing out the demo, it took me a little while to get it working. The cartridge adapter can be a little bit finicky sometimes. It's almost like you need to turn the system off for some time sometimes. Okay, so we can play the different characters. I'm going to go with the panda. So as I said, from the demo, it looks like it's a fighting game. Intro text. Now, I really am not very good at fighting games, so I just haven't played them a lot. Punch. Throw a book. Oh. Let's have a jump. Okay. Get it? Yeah. Well, it doesn't happen very often with fighting games. For me. Yeah. As normal these things, character will probably get. Ah. Oh dear. No, mistiming that. Takes a picture of me when I'm down. So as with all fighting games, you really need to. Ow! God. Ah, down again already. Oh dear, I'm dead. I obviously need a lot more practice. Yeah, it's actually not a bad little fighting game by the looks of it. Probably not as good as some of the other ones I've played, but I haven't played a lot of them, so my opinion on that is probably not the best. Alright, let's try our next game. Alright, so here we go with Street Fighter 2, the World Warrior. This is probably going to be quite an amusing gameplay, because I haven't played one of these games. I'm just going to choose the default characters. Gives it a bit more volume. And I do not know the special moves. Whoa! Oh, he's obviously doing some special moves that I know nothing about. Oh dear! Somehow I'm still alive. Oh! Well, I did manage to get down to the line, which is pretty good for me. I lose. So I have heard this, this version is pretty, supposed to be pretty good, and the graphics look quite impressive. Fight. Oh dear. Ah, just did already. I said this is probably going to be one of the fastest Street Fighter 2 gameplays you've ever seen in your life. Yeah, he's gloating. Continue. Unlikely. Let's try another character, since that gameplay is not exactly the longest in the world. Okay. I've heard that some people reckon that Chun-Li's good, might be better for me. Faster character. Round one. So I get a great guard judgment. looks like somebody's trying to scope me too, so... Alright, well that's enough of me being beaten up on Street Fighter 2. Well look, I never had a copy of it before, so it's a game that I need to sit down and learn the moves, and maybe I'll be able to get into fighting games a bit more, and this is supposed to be one of the better versions. Alright, let's try our next game. Unfortunately, the shoot 'em up looking mainly one, just to clarify, I'm using my PAL Super Nintendo with an action replay cartridge, and I actually have this same, or similar problem, not exactly the same screen, with another title that Soft Otaku sent me. I will eventually get a Japanese Super Famicom at some stage, also mainly because quite a few of my games are actually Super Famicom games anyway, and mucking around with this Super Game Converter can be a bit of a pain sometimes. So unfortunately can't play this one at this stage, so don't worry, game won't be wasted, Dave. I will get around to playing it at some stage. So let's go try out our 3DO title now. Alright, so here we go with our what will probably be a very cinematic opening, Wing Commander 3 on the 3DO. Sorry, one of my chords is not quite in. Missing out on our nice stereo. Now, the whole thing with these games were they were the most money spent on the making of a video game, and a lot went into the actual cinematics. Now, of course, because of all this music copyright, I'm going to have to be very careful about how long I show certain things. So we're really only going to have a really quick overview. Okay, so after a while sitting here like a dumbass, figured out that I have a mouse cursor flying around the area, so I hate non-intuitive design sometimes. So once again, we're only going to have a quick snippet here. Talk to Hobes, attend to briefing. Better go attend to briefing, I reckon.
Ah, come in, Colonel. Time to put that reputation of yours to the test. Confed intelligence tells us that the Karathi presence is growing here in the Orsini system. You and your wingmen are to fly routine patrol of these 3 zones, sweep the area of any hostiles you may encounter. Understood?
Completely, sir.
So, not too bad. It has a lot of the feel of the X-Wing series.
So, these are the mission objectives. Oh, and one last thing.
It hopes. Okay.
Hobbs, you're on my wing for this one.
I take it you can pick up a
Dismissed.
once later. So you have a little bit of interactivity. Okay, talk to Rachel. Do I really need to do that? Fly mission. Yeah, let's get straight into it. I mean, look, if I was playing this game properly myself, I would go and investigate each of these things. So as you can see, you've got, for the time, you know, quite advanced mixture of computer and you know, actors interspersed into backgrounds. So obviously at a lot lower resolution than we're used to today. Now we should get onto the game proper. I actually reckon I'm going to enjoy playing this, because at the end of the day it's a space fighter type game. Okay, so there's, you know, quite large enemies. I'm just trying to work out. always speed up. Maybe you should have had that card with the instructions closer to me. Because you are quite limited in the number of controls you have on it. Just a second. It does actually have quite a complicated in-flight maneuver roll left. Right, apply afterburners. Hold both buttons down. Definitely puts that speed up. So this is like a kind of suspension, and we have A fires missile, which needs locks. C fires the guns. L and B's autopilot.
Sighted enemy craft, Colonel. I am ready to engage.
Waypoint reached.
Your days are numbered. Praise begins. You puny furnace people. I am ready to engage.
So we're getting a bit of action. Doing any good.
I am ready to engage.
Movement controls.
I will cut you, human. I am ready to engage.
And you can skip the cutscenes. So as you can see, it's quite a you know, for the time, reasonably advanced flight combat game. Controls, a little switch. You can roll as well, so I need to learn more of the so B and left. There we go. Yeah, that'll be more helpful. So let's try and get to this target again. We'll have one more go at this encounter. Can't promise you we'll get any better. But this, you know, was around the same time as the X-Wing and TIE Fighter series on the PC. And a game that, once you get into it, is actually a lot of fun. I said I have briefly played one of the Wing Commander games on the PC in the past. That's right, I forgot about the jump button. Now let's see if I can...
Sighted enemy craft, Colonel. I am ready to engage.
Waypoint reached.
I am ready to engage. Your days are numbered. I am ready to engage.
Got him. There's another one though.
I am ready to engage.
surrounded by missiles.
I am ready to engage. I am ready to engage.
Got him. Right, destroy with a missile that time. That's my wingman. I believe we got rid of them all. Yeah, so there we go. Actually pleased that I managed to work that out. So this is our destination suite
Waypoint
part
reached.
3. Don't know how much damage I've got done to my ship or anything like that. Oh, here we go, here's some more guys.
Sighted enemy craft, Colonel. I am ready to engage.
We know you're ready to engage.
I am ready to engage.
Enemies to missiles.
Waypoint reached.
I am ready to engage.
Damage you can see in the scanner over there.
I am ready to engage. Mission complete,
I can actually see myself playing this game quite a bit. Thank you very much, Dave, for sending this. Whoops. Let's go and do that and complete the mission, and then we'll call it a video. So once again, thank you very much, Dave, for sending these games. Very muchly appreciated. This is probably one of the most playable titles I have for my 3DO, so it's probably the one with the most depth and actual game to really get into, so I really appreciate it. Thanks to all my subscribers, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.